Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Alicia, and for today's video I'll be doing a story time, and it's kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, I gotta fix my hair. So this story time is basically the time I had a fight with my side chick, and yeah, so let's get into the video. Bam. Okay, so this happened on a summer night. It was about 3.5 years ago, and it was a really hot night. So I just got my hair done and my nails done in the day previously. So I was looking good. I was looking fine, and I was like, I'm gonna go look for my nigga. So bear in mind, my nigga was a hoe. Like, he was a hoe, okay? So I'm there like, I'm gonna put on something nice. So I put on this really cute dress, and it was hella cute. So I put it on, and I got on some really sweet perfume and all of that shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna go look for him tonight. So I went to the shop to get me a soda because I was thirsty. So I went to get me a soda, and his cousin was like, girl, go down by the house to get the soda. And I'm like, okay, I'll go take it out of the fridge or whatever. So I went down by the house, his cousin's house. So we're gonna call her Cherry. So I went down by Cherry's house, and the door was closed. So I opened the door, and I saw my nigga and two other bitches. So one of the girls was my cousin, and the other one was my cousin's friend. Right, so I saw the three of them, and I'm like, oh. But I didn't say anything. I just looked at him like, oh. So and we're gonna call my cousin Plum and her friend Stick, because that bitch is a stick. Okay. So I went in the kitchen, and I took the soda out the fridge, and I went through the door. I was like, you know what? If you want to cheat, and let him cheat. I'm not fucking cussing with no bitch tonight. So he was looking at me and like, whatever. So as I stepped through the door, I heard laughing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I heard laughing, and I heard the bitch, like, she was laughing, and basically she was playing with him. So I got mad, and I'm like, so I called my cousin. What did I call her again? Plum. So I said, Plum, better tell your friend, mind what she's doing. So she got all upset. Like, Stick got all upset. And she's like, oh, who's she talking to? And I'm like, bitch, I'm talking to you. Better mind what you're doing. I don't like bitches playing with my nigga like that. So, of course, I was getting real upset that night. So then his cousin was like, girl, tell him to get out my house. So I told them to get out her house. So they got out, and Plum and Stick, my cousin and their friends, went up to the shop, and they sat on the benches, because we had benches at the shop. So they sat down at the benches, and I went to my house, and I don't know where the fuck he went. So they sat down, and apparently they was talking trash about me. So yeah, they was basically talking trash about me and all of that. So then I got home, because we live like right beside each other. So I went over to my house, and I went up to the gate, and my boyfriend's cousin, actually my ex, let's call him my ex-boyfriend, because he ain't my man no more, but his cousin came over to my house, and he called me, and he was like, oh, come here, I like what you did, blah blah blah. I'm like, nigga, you allowed your cousin to cheat on me, then you gonna tell me you like what I did? Like, what the fuck you talking about? So then I was waiting in the gate, at my gate. Because I'm like, those bitches going past my house to go to their house. So I'm going to attack one of those bitches tonight. Because I was upset. Bitch, you don't go play with my nigga like that. I'm getting upset as fuck. So my cousin, that bitch ran to tell me that the side chick was calling me a bitch. So, you know, I'm like, what? So she ran and she was coming towards me and I'm like, hold up. Where the fuck you think you going? Like, I saw you playing with my nigga. I saw you giving your friend my nigga. And you supposed to be my cousin and you coming up in my face to tell me that your friend is calling me a bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or like, are you retarded? So, you know, that's what I'm asking her. I'm like, are you retarded? So then she was like, oh, I just wanted you to know that she's calling you a bitch. I'm like, bitch, bye. I don't want to hear nothing from you because you are a two-stabbing, backstabbing bitch. Yeah, that's what I told her. So then her friend, she went back to her friend and they were talking trash about me again. And she deadass came back to tell me. I'm like, bitch, tell that bitch to come fight me. Both y'all come fight me because I'm ready for both y'all. So, Stick, so you know, she's a side chick. She came down to my gate and she was throwing words. So she was walking in the middle of the road and I walked out on the road and stopped in front of her and I'm like, bitch, call me bitch one more time and I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm a good kid though. I'm a good kid. So she was there and she was giving me the stank eye. She was like, so, you know, I pushed her because she was in my face giving me stank eye. Don't be in my face giving me no stank eye. So I pushed her. And after I pushed her, she pushed me back. Bitch, you bright. So we started to fight and I started to give her some top like, bitch, don't dare do that. So I beat her ass tonight. I beat her ass. And then her cousin was coming. Like, she's supposed to be my cousin, but yet still she's there with her friend trying to take my man. Like, have you ever seen anything like that? No, I've never. So, you know, her cousin was there. My cousin was there and she was looking at me and she was trying to fight me for her friend. So I slapped her so hard and then my cousin's brother, he came over and he kicked her ass. I don't support violence, but she deserves some beating. She deserves some good ass slap that night. So he kicked her ass and told her to go home and go in the house and never to come out again because her friend gonna turn her in a hoe. And I'm just still like, I still want to beat that bitch's ass. So, you know, the both of them went home because they live like beside me. So I live in the middle and then my boyfriend lives right here and then my cousin lives right here. So I live in the middle of both of them. And then his side chick lived around the road, which was my cousin's friend. So basically, they went over by my cousin's house, the two of them, and they were sitting in the dark and they were talking about me. So I was like, I'm gonna go over there and beat her ass again because it looks like she wants more. So I was like, I'm gonna go over there and beat her ass again. So I was walking over there with a piece of 2x4 in my hands and I was gonna slap that bitch ass. But then her brother was like, oh, don't get yourself in no problem. She's just a little bitch. Blah, 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 blah. You know the nigga loves you, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, fuck that nigga. So after all that fighting, my nigga, well, he wasn't really my nigga. He was everybody's nigga. He called me. He gonna talk about, oh, you didn't have to fight her because we're not in anything and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we're done. Fuck you. We're done. So right after I say that, he was like, oh, why? I'm like, you're picking up for your side chick and you're going to ask me why we're done? Nigga, you have embarrassed me way too much times. I was just ready to go. So then he was like, oh, can you give me another chance? Blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give you another chance. Don't worry. So I gave him another chance. And then he did the same damn thing with a different girl. So, you know, I was stupid. I was young and stupid. So he did the same thing with a different girl. And basically, this girl was older than I am. So she was like 2 years, 3 years older than I am. And he's 2 years older than I am. So then I would walk in the street and this bitch would definitely look at me and be like, oh, I'm your side chick and you're the wife and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. I don't like you. So she was one of my cousin's friends. So I didn't like her because she was new to the neighborhood. And then obviously my nigga was drawing close to her when he's supposed to be my nigga. So I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Like, why did he cheat so much? So I decided to do my nigga a favor. So I befriend his side chick. Yes, I befriended his side chick and I took her man. So she took my man, I took her man. So her man was my side nigga. I wasn't playing no joke. So one day, and this is the end of the story. One day, me, his new side chick, and his new side chick's cousin went out. And guess who was in the middle? Me, of course. So this nigga sat down and he looked at the three of us walking and he was like, that's what his face looked like. He was like, I just looked at him and be like, and then we all walked past. And from that day, what the hell am I saying? From that day on forward, he never cheated on me again. And from that day, I broke up with his ass. I cheated in his ass every day. And every time he texted me, I would just be like, bye, ho. So right now, we're not talking, like, we've been broken up for like 3 years. Yeah. So this happened 3.5 years ago. We've been broken up for 3 years. So, yeah. I don't know the whereabouts of that nigga. Like, he's not on my Facebook. He's not on my Instagram. I don't have his phone number no more. I don't know if he's alive or dead. I don't know nothing about him. And I don't want to know nothing about him. Because he was just a hoe. He broke my heart. He broke my precious little heart. And I don't want to know nothing about his ugly ass. No damn more. So, right now, I'm doing good. And his hoe ass is still a hoe. And like, a couple months ago, like, oh, my hair is just... Okay, like a couple months ago, about 1 year ago, he texted me one time and he was like, oh, I love you, blah, blah, blah. I still love you. I still have good feelings for you and I'm sorry that I hurt you. But we was young and blah, blah, blah. I wish you could give me another chance. And I'm just like, I was just like, you can't be serious. Like, you gonna hurt me so much. And then when you see me start to glow the hell up, you gonna ask me for another chance? Like, no. Hell no. So I just blocked his ass off my Facebook. Then he made a different account and texted me again. And then I just did not reply because I was like, I'm in a relationship, you know. I'm happy in my relationship. I don't need my ex to come like fuck that up. So yeah, that's the end of my story. That's the time I found my side chick. This was like really long, but it was 2 different side chicks, and I found one and I befriend one. So you know that saying, keep your friends close but your enemies closer. That's what I did to the bitch. What am I saying? I befriended her, then I took her man. So yeah, that's what I did. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want any other story time, I have a lot of story times. If you want to hear anything else, or if you want me to make any other videos, then please comment down below. And I'm sorry I talk with my hands a lot, but it just feels so good. Yes. Gotta go. Bye. Please subscribe.